The 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom arrives as a motorcycle that doesn't follow the hype, but instead, continues to define its own legacy. It's the kind of bike that holds its ground with quiet strength. No loud graphics, no overstated chrome, just that classic cruiser shape, draped in matte black, with a low and long profile that turns heads without even trying. This isn't a motorcycle that's here to scream for attention. It's built to make an impression the old-fashioned way, through presence, sound, and sheer confidence. This year's model sticks to the core DNA that has made the Shadow Phantom a favorite among riders looking for an accessible cruiser with character. It continues with its blacked-out aesthetics that cover the frame, engine, exhaust, and wheels, giving the bike a stealthy, cohesive look that feels right at home both in the city and out on the open highway. The Phantom has always been a nod to the minimalist bobber culture: low seat height, mid-size V-twin, clean lines, and the 2025 version carries that tradition forward while refining the little things that matter. What sets the Phantom apart visually is its stance. The combination of a low 25.8-inch seat height and a long 64.6-inch wheelbase gives the bike a stretched, low rider silhouette that enhances its street presence. Its beefy 120mm front tire mounted on a cast 17-inch wheel adds to the muscle cruiser image, and the pulled-back handlebars offer a relaxed but commanding riding position. Whether you're rolling through traffic or carving through back roads, the Phantom feels like an extension of the rider, not just a machine you're perched on. At the heart of this machine is Honda's ever-reliable 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine. It's not just about displacement, it's about character. The Phantom's engine offers smooth power delivery with a focus on torque in the low and mid-range, exactly where most cruiser riders spend their time. There's a nice rumble when you roll on the throttle, and it pulls with the kind of assurance that gives you confidence, even if you're new to the scene. The engine is tuned for real-world usability. It won't break records, but it's strong where it counts. Paired to a 5-speed gearbox, the transmission on the Phantom is crisp and smooth. The gear ratios are well-spaced, making shifting feel natural and responsive. The clutch action is light, which is a real bonus in stop-and-go urban riding. And because this bike uses a shaft drive instead of a chain or belt, maintenance is virtually non-existent. It's quieter, cleaner, and requires far less attention than chain-driven setups, which is another reason why the Phantom continues to attract riders who want to ride more and wrench less. One of the subtle updates in the 2025 model is the refinement in the fuel injection system. Starts are smoother, cold weather performance has improved, and fuel economy benefits as well. On average, the Phantom delivers around 56 miles per gallon, which, combined with its 3.9-gallon fuel tank, gives it a comfortable range of over 200 miles. That means fewer stops, more freedom, and the ability to keep rolling longer, exactly what you want in a cruiser. Riding comfort is another standout. The saddle is generously padded and wide enough to support longer journeys, while the upright ergonomics reduce fatigue over time. The riding triangle, bars, seat, and pegs, feels just right for a relaxed cruise, and even taller riders won't feel cramped. The foot pegs are positioned forward enough to stretch out but not so far that it compromises control. The Phantom is clearly designed with rider comfort in mind, and every contact point reflects that. The suspension setup remains classic and straightforward, a 41mm front fork with 4.6 inches of travel, and dual rear shocks. With 3.5 inches of travel and adjustable preload. It's not high-tech, but it's tuned well for the kind of riding this bike is built for. Whether you're gliding over city streets or hitting uneven back roads, the suspension keeps the ride composed and comfortable. It absorbs road imperfections with ease while maintaining stability and poise through turns. Braking performance is handled by a single 296mm disc up front and a rear drum brake. While some riders might wish for a dual-disc setup or more aggressive braking hardware, the brakes on the Phantom are more than capable of bringing the bike to a smooth, confident stop. Honda has also included optional ABS for 2025, which adds an extra layer of safety in low-traction scenarios, something many riders will appreciate. One of the Phantom's biggest draws is its simplicity. The instrumentation is basic but functional, with a classic tank-mounted analog speedometer and a small digital display that shows the odometer, trip meter, and fuel gauge. It doesn't distract you with unnecessary data. It doesn't light up like a spaceship. It's just the essentials: exactly what a purist cruiser rider wants. Another win for the 2025 model is Honda's unmatched build quality. Every weld, every fastener, every component feels deliberate and well finished. The switchgear has a solid tactile feel, the paint is deep and consistent, and the overall sense of craftsmanship is obvious. Even riders who've been on more expensive cruisers will notice how well the Phantom is put together. There's no rattling plastic or loose trim, it's all substance. Customization has always been a major part of the Phantom's appeal, and this year is no different. Honda offers a range of OEM accessories, everything from luggage racks and windshields to backrests and saddlebags. But the real beauty is how many aftermarket options are available. Whether you want to turn your Phantom into a stripped-down solo bobber or add touring gear for long-haul rides, the platform is endlessly flexible. And because the bike is so mechanically straightforward, mods are easy to install and maintain. Beyond the specs, numbers, and parts, the Phantom offers something more important: personality. It's a bike that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. It just is what it is, a cruiser that's easy to ride, rewarding to own, and dripping with style. For many riders, that's exactly what they're looking for. It doesn't try to be futuristic or revolutionary. Instead, it doubles down on the fundamentals and delivers a riding experience that feels honest and grounded. Whether you're stepping up from a smaller bike, coming back to riding after a break, or just want something cool and dependable for weekend getaways, the Shadow Phantom makes a strong case for itself. It's not intimidating, it doesn't demand much, and it always shows up ready to deliver. It invites you to take the long way home, to cruise without a destination, to feel the road without filters or gadgets. Even in a motorcycle market filled with ever-evolving electronics, ride modes, and digital dashboards, the Phantom stands out by staying true to its core values. It's a cruiser in the purest sense, a machine that connects rider and road in the most direct way possible. No gimmicks, no distractions, just you, the bike, and the horizon. With its 2025 update, Honda hasn't radically changed the Shadow Phantom. It didn't need to. Instead, it refined what was already working, smoothing out the edges, improving the comfort, tweaking the efficiency, and keeping the styling as bold and blacked out as ever. In doing so, Honda has made sure the Phantom stays relevant without losing its soul. This is a motorcycle built not just for the ride, but for the rider. It's dependable, stylish, and unpretentious. And in a world where everything seems to be chasing more complexity, the Phantom remains refreshingly simple. It offers freedom without fuss, performance without pressure, and style without shouting. It's the kind of bike you'll ride for years, make your own, and pass down with stories still in its frame. In the end, the 2025 Honda Shadow Phantom is more than just a cruiser. It's a companion. It's a statement of calm confidence in a world full of noise. It's not about being the loudest, the fastest, or the flashiest. It's about being steady, real, and always ready to ride. And that's what makes it timeless.